experts, no insiders, just fans.
The longest-running weekly, overproduced, undertalented, episodic, sometimes echoing, often infighting wrestling podcast.
Music, please.
He's an angry elf.
Your mom goes to college.
The Booty Go.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Please, listen to my voice. Take it from the wise old Jew.
It is Monday, 12/17/2018, episode 356 of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. This is Rawsome, our flagship show that hopefully after tonight in the quote-unquote new era will become a flagship show again. Maybe even Tuesdays will get better. Who knows? My hosts tonight are the Bionic Mark himself. That is going to be you, Mr. Mark, I guess.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
It's good to be back.
And of course, I have the man, the myth, the legend. He is our executive producer.
He's an angry elf.
Rody Robb.
I thought you did a really good opening. I was like, wow, look at you go. You informed the audience of right.
The creative team of Raw put some effort in tonight, so why shouldn't we for Rawsome?
We'll see. I'm still judging.
Okay, and that's going to be pretty much where we go right off the bat. Before we get there, we're going to do our Rawsome Awards. We got 2 to 3 per host. Brian just he does his own thing.
And now live from the U-Record Studios, it's the Rawsome Awards. Here's...
And our first award is going to be Rody. Rody, what are you going to do?
Oh, me first?
Yeah. I mean,
gonna...
you introed yourself
Why'd you
so
cut it
beautifully.
off? Why'd you cut it off? You cut it off.
Yeah, can you turn the headphones up just a hair, please?
See, told you.
Yeah. Oh. Just on the board there, right there.
Okay.
Okay. Mine is going to be Vinnie Mac. Vinnie Mac gets an award. He gets the relationship award. I forgive you award. It's the award to like when your girlfriend's like, okay, I know I've been doing wrong, but I'm really sorry and I want to change award. And then you look at her and you go, yeah, okay, I forgive you, but fuck up again, kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't truly believe you, but I'll give you a chance.
Yeah,
I'll give you a chance to make amends.
I believe there may be some truth to what you're saying.
Yeah, your apology's not enough. We got to see something.
Right.
All right, Brian.
It's Monday night. That
Yep.
means it's got to be the Ascension Award. And my Ascension Award, and hear me out before you fucking shit on it, okay? It goes to Baron Corbin, okay? He was someone that was brought up to the main roster. He had a lot of hype, and then he was completely squashed. Same thing happened to the Ascension. So if you want to bring it all round circle, because everything revolves around the Ascension, Baron Corbin, the Ascension Award.
He's got a puke!
My first award is also unfortunately going to go to Baron Corbin. But mine is the Scapegoat Award because he is the one that's going to go down as the basically the guy that's going to get all the blame here. Because that's just the way the McMahons tried to spin it tonight. On the board, we haven't introduced them yet. We got Daniel Price, Kevin from Texas,
What
Teddy
board?
Two Stoned Heart. It's
Oh,
our
man.
YouTube.
I have no idea what's going on.
It's our YouTube chat board. We also are live on Twitch and Facebook as well.
Let
And
me read this one.
Bang Bus, Kevin from Texas, Berto, what do you want to read?
Bang Bus Award. Welcome to Catering Award. Heavy Machinery.
So Sad Award goes to Baron Corbin.
Give that man a Roddy. Give him a Roddy.
Roddy goes out to Bang Bus.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
Yeah.
The Battered Spouse Award, WWE Sporting That Wife Beater. And let's see. Nothing else too much going on here.
What does that even mean?
What's your next award, Rody?
The And Then Award goes to Natty winning because my first award was like, okay, Vince, I'm gonna give you a shot here, And then Natty stands tall. Only thing I can figure is maybe they're just we'll talk about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. That's why I gave that sound effect.
And then?
Brian.
This actually isn't really so much an award. It's just kind of like a pat on the back, and it goes to Shane McMahon for he wasn't profusely sweating tonight. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Normally he's very wet. Tonight he wasn't. So great job.
Would you say he's this level wet?
No.
No.
Okay.
There's a new guy in NXT who took that mantle. I can't remember his name.
Who fucking stole my water? I want to know.
Wow. The Not My Fault award tonight for me is going to go to Stephanie, clearly throwing Baron Corbin under the bus. She was sitting there holding the microphone up, not accepting any of the blame. By the way, she's supposed to be the one that's in charge during this train wreck.
Yeah.
What is your last award, Brian?
I gave you my last one.
Oh, you don't have a third?
No, we all agreed to 2, but you
Yeah.
always like, I'm going to do a third
Right.
just to be
I
special.
thought maybe we could get there.
No.
God.
Extra big ass topics.
All right, so our topic tonight, the big-ass topic, is going to be It's All About You. Topic number 2, new faces. The NXT Minute with Rob will happen. We're also going to talk about new contenders. Let's get it started.
1.
It's all about you, guys. Settle in. This is the topic tonight. We're going to talk about basically everything that was promised, where we see it going, and will they come through. Rob, quick take. One of the promises before we get started. I want to go around the table.
Yeah.
What's the first promise you're most looking forward to?
Well, let me just start by saying this, that as far as reacting to Raw tonight, you're right. This is the topic, right? So a lot of these little storylines that might be happening in the middle, I don't even know if we'll talk about them. This is the topic all night, and it's going to reach every point of it. The first promise that I'm excited about was the kind of the pseudo, I don't know if you want to call it a promise, but the talent's not going to be as handcuffed. You know?
But we've heard that before.
We have.
But here's the thing.
But we also haven't had it backed by the lowest ratings ever.
I said last night that it wasn't going to be our studio cat is totally torturing Adam right now. I said last night that this was not going to be a Vince eating crow or anything to do with ratings or how bad things have been or the hashtag Raw, boycott Raw, whatever.
You were wrong
I
there.
was totally wrong. And when Vince came out and did his speech, boys and girls, I'm going to tell you like this. If you've been watching wrestling for as long as I've been watching wrestling, that's about as modest a Vince McMahon as you're going to get, I believe.
To say that he was wrong and basically even Triple H and Stephanie undid the authority here. Well, we're going to peel the onion. Brian, real quick, what's your best promise from tonight?
My best promise, you know what? I'm looking forward to Nikki Cross finally them like saying
So
that
one-
she's
so
going to
the new
be on the
faces.
main
New
roster.
faces.
Yeah, but her specifically. There's
Okay.
a few that I'm excited about, and there's
Way to miss the entire point of
Yeah.
the
How is that
question,
missing the
but-
entire point?
I'm
How is
going
that
to do
missing the
mine
entire point?
and then
'Cause
Rob,
we were
let's
talking- you said-
circle back.
So what promise?
The promise for new faces. That's
That's what he said that, and you're like, no, but specifically Nikki.
Well, her specifically.
Nobody said you get
Okay.
specific.
Anyway,
You got a
mine,
cat on your back.
The thing that I'm very excited about is no more rematches. It's an antiquated thing, is the way they said it tonight. And they're going to do away with championship rematches. You still have to earn them.
That's that is an interesting. That's one of them things that you might trip over. You know, should you really put this out there as a thing? Because then you got to play by it, right? You got to play by the rule.
But I mean, if there's a screw job ending, of course you're going to award them a rematch,
Right.
Versus, make them work for
I
one.
was going to do a rant tonight about how Raw has been the same for 25 years. The same segments, the same booking, the same stories. It's been the same for 25
Were you talking to yourself? Because they mic'd the studio, Maybe that's why they changed it.
Maybe.
To ruin your segment.
Maybe. I'm just saying, just like you ruined my thought here by interrupting
Right.
as you always
Exactly.
do. I don't remember now. Go ahead. You're good. I don't know.
What a fucking dick.
I know.
Uh,
I don't remember.
So-
I'm not mad. You fucking threw me
So
off.
let's talk about going back to your first little promise, letting the characters go free. Besides unscripted, how free do we think they're going to go? I mean, certainly there are some people who do not deserve the freedom
Well, here's
and are not going to get it.
I think the question to ask first is, was tonight a representation of things to come, or was it kind of the last hurrah of things that were?
Well, I mean, I don't want to play devil's advocate before I go to you, Brian, but they can't possibly let every character go, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that,
No.
and this is what I want to say. I mean, they no pun intended, will still have some reins on the talent.
Yeah. I mean, I was excited for everything to kind of change then. And they did do things. Right after they made that whole speech, Tyler Breeze came out and wrestled a match on Raw, which, I mean, he was someone that we wouldn't even
We haven't
thought
seen him since Dango got injured, except for Edge and Christian.
Yeah, so, they did do some cool things and have, all the NXT call-ups, but what I'm not excited about is the ending of it. I mean, you saw it and you were like, that was it?
Oh, Natty, yeah.
Yeah, with Natty.
and that's
that's kind of like the same old shit, like how they did that.
Well, that's
nothing
why I
really
asked.
happened.
That's why I asked that question, Brian. It was like, was that them just finishing out what they already had planned, which was shitty, or did they just fuck up again at the end?
Well, and you guys crucified me if you want to check the tape for saying this, but back in the day, I said if you keep doing the women too much, it loses its luster.
It's not the women.
The women main evented the last
two
2 nights.
It's not the women.
They filled the
No.
last 40 minutes of the show.
It's not the women. It's not the women. It's Natty.
No. Well, I'm
So it is the
agree-
women.
But it's Natty. It's not the women.
But that's who they're putting on top. I mean,
Again,
we'll
my
get
point
to
is
that part.
Okay.
Because that's one we're talking about contenders later on and new faces. What do you think about these new matchups? They reminded us that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are set to return. There was talks that they were going to be surprises at the Rumble. Now they're promoting them.
Well, I mean, look, who knows how much they really care about everything, like different individual aspects of WWE. But it seems like when you go from a 3.2 to a 2.5 to a 2.0 in like a fucking night, I guess they finally got the idea that their ratings fucking suck. So I forgot your initial question.
Kevin's hilarious on the board from Texas.
Yeah.
Anyway, my other big thing is the new matchups that they promised us. Are we going to get that? Like, Rob, you said this just a second ago. Is this just a send-off of tonight? Because Bobby Lashley and Elias is same matchup. We have, what do you call it? The Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor. That's
You know
not
what?
new either.
Yeah, but there was some subtleties. Look away from the matches for a minute, right? And the people we saw. We saw Tyler Breeze. That was great. It was good to see him in a good match to represent him. But what I noticed tonight was the subtle things, like were the promos going too long? I don't think they were.
Nope.
I think they were shutting down early.
I agree.
Were we saturated with recaps?
Only
No,
one.
we weren't really saturated with recaps. So maybe tonight was a mixed pot, right? Here's some new things we're going to start getting more and more as we go. We can't shock the system, but yeah, I paid attention to the smaller things that make Raw more of a show rather than just a constant commercial for a pay-per-view.
Echoing your point here, Berto jumping on top of it. He says they might just be finishing shitty stuff because that's why the title match, Natty versus Ronda, is next week and not at the Rumble. So maybe they are, like I said, this was maybe the send-off for Elias and Lashley, and they're going to move on. They did promote next week the triple threat, Drew, Dolph, and Finn, but I imagine they would have stretched that out a lot further.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, too, if the talk of new faces and new talent, and Shane said hard decisions, who knows what's kayfabe, what's not. But maybe this is like, hey, Natty, we're going to give you a last hurrah. And then we're going to cut bait. We're bringing in some new girls. You're not there. You can work in the back, whatever. But I think that maybe this push tonight was a show of respect towards Natty.
Do you think she has a career in the PC or something like that?
Maybe the PC. She's a good wrestler. Yeah,
like
absolutely.
to teach girl. I mean,
Yeah.
she is a dungeon graduate.
Dungeon Dragon.
I
Yeah.
know. Dungeons and Dragons. I know that
But
was.
can
when
we
I bring
be
it.
real for a minute, though? Even though they're coming out and saying this on Raw that now we're going to take the reins of all the booking and all the decisions and stuff. I mean, they essentially were already like everything still ran through. Maybe not all of them collectively, but.
No.
All of the big decisions still ran through a McMahon
But
or
we say that
or
as
Triple
Marks.
H.
Fruity Pebbles don't know any of that.
No. And I even think this is different.
Fruity Pebbles really think Baron Corbin was in charge.
Look, I look at this a different way, and I believe this to be the truth, the honest to God truth, not kayfabe, whatever. Vince is WWE's gotten so large, so globally large. They've got their hands and their feet in everything right now. They're opening up new NXTs all over the fucking world, right? They got the network. They're doing original content there. They're doing all these things. I know I've been a boss. I've had my own company where I stretch myself too thin. Turn that off. When I stretch myself too thin and things that aren't my main revenue stream, and then I let that one fall behind. And it seems to me like you got Hunter. He's all up in NXT doing his thing, creating NXT UK and all that shit. Stephanie's doing all her branding and corporate shit like that. Linda's not even there anymore. And
right.
Vince is trying to keep something going with the management, the staff that they have to work with them. I honestly think that they have just let this fall. Answer the phone. Answer it. Answer. Who is this? Who is it? Who is it? Take the fucking thing off. It's JD. I know who it is. He's the reason why.
I think it was Jason.
I forgot to uninstall it today. Anyway,
The XFL charity, is that what you're talking
no.
about?
What I'm saying is that they took their ball off of Raw. They took their eyes off of it.
They took their ball off.
They took their eyes off of their
you didn't
biggest
They
say
show.
took their eyes off the ball. That's what I meant to
you didn't say
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons
No,
like
no.
me, so I mean,
They took their eye off the ball, and I think they're acknowledging it right now. Their ratings took a huge bump. A massive trend circulated the fucking industry in Twitter with the hashtag boycott Raw. I think they finally got the idea that, oh shit, it's not going well. We're not paying attention.
Well, now, and let's just be clear. This can't be a publicity stunt because this will huge backfire. If they're not actually taking heed and note of the hashtag boycott Raw and doing something about it, then now admitting and saying it, they're to bring people back to spike the ratings. It will be a 1 or 2 week spike. They have to embrace
They
this.
had to deliver.
And I thought you said nothing's changed in 20 years. And I kind of thought about some of the things. One of the things that they did away with that they brought back tonight, I think is a good thing. They pretty much promoted almost the entire card for next week on tonight's show.
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
Well, they haven't.
No, you're right.
They've revealed maybe a match or two. They told us about 5 fucking matches that are going to happen next week.
Yeah.
They never do that.
And that's good for them. I mean, you can get some good opinion from, online. What's that called? You get a TV show and you want to get people.
TV Guide?
No, you get people's opinion. They're in a little focus group.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you think about it. Social media.
Like, what the fuck? Where are you going? Brian's not even on the
We'd
show
be horrible
tonight.
at Pyramid.
Right.
But, Twitter and Instagram and all that, it's a fucking massive focus group. Put your matches out there for next week and see what the masses are saying. Is it stoking attention? Do they want to see these matches? Or is there 0 mentions?
Now, you again, coming full circle, you cannot possibly let the fans dictate
No, but you can listen to them.
Because I'm sorry, there are a lot of the Fruity Pebbles that
Okay.
that have no business. They just don't understand the business of it.
Yeah, but
then talent can't decide things.
But there is a point, right? There's a point where you have to listen.
right.
When your ratings fall from a 3.2 to a 2.5, 2.0, and the amount of time, like I've said before, you have to listen to your fans. Something like, fuck, we're not getting a message.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I'm sure, and Brian, maybe you can clarify this better than me. If the fans vote fucking dead even 5 people they want to see be champion and get a push, don't try to push all 5 now. Spread it out. Work it in is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They can listen to the people. They just they have to filter it, and they have to play a long game. They could, plan next year all around the people, but again, if you do that 6 months from now, our tastes are going to change. Listen to our old episodes. We wanted Braun to be champion. Now we don't give a flying fuck if he ever wrestles for the title again.
I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
currently.
I'm gonna
Get
be.
these hands.
I'm gonna be honest, and you're probably gonna think I'm completely fucking lost my mind. Like I'm being a stupid fucking mark. I'm not. Honestly, I do believe that tonight was Hunter taking the reins and a kind of a personal send off to Vince. I really do.
That last comment he made was really under his voice.
Well, it also kind of looked like he
Yeah.
was getting choked up a little bit initially.
No.
I don't
I saw
don't
it too.
think so, but I mean there was a little.
Did the limo blow up?
No.
Did we turn it
No,
off
I don't-
early?
I mean, look, Vince's not the kind of guy who likes to eat crow. So admitting that he may have been wrong was, again, like we said earlier, was probably tough for the guy.
Unless it's like indigenous, and
Right.
like-
But if this led to a broader conversation of, Dad, maybe you should go work on the XFL and let us take the reins here and see if we can get things going again. We'll send you off with a good storyline, whatever. I mean, just maybe. I think that might be the case. I really do believe that.
Well, and I just like the admittance of, hey, we're middle management is running things. We need to take back control. And like you said, it is too much for one person. So now maybe the four of them spread out where they're one has an appearance once a month.
they wouldn't do that.
No.
I am
They're going
curious.
to play the hard game for a
No.
minute. Vince won't be around, though.
Michael Cole was talking about it all night tonight.
Or this could be the final storyline you
And
talk
I
about.
bring him up. Michael Cole. We don't want him. Does that mean he's going to go away?
You can't have a new era, a new direction, a new focus with the same spokesman as the
It's
old
true.
one.
I mean, he is the voice of Raw, so if it's going
But
to
if
change,
they're doing
it's gotta
the
start
same
with him.
format, Rob, I mean, I know this is all coming back full circle, but if you're doing the same format, what does it matter to have the same voice? It's not like you're going to change every referee. It's not like you're going to make an 8-sided ring.
Yeah, but a referee is completely different from the voice of Raw.
Yeah, like fucking most of what I hate about Raw is Cole. I mean,
Very true.
I mean, look, the way he calls moves by the names that aren't their fucking names, the way he just
he doesn't know the real names.
the way he recaps shit that happened a minute before he did it, before it happened. He's just he was good for the PG era.
Bring back Taz. No, don't bring back Taz.
Ooh.
What about
would be-
Morrow?
Punk
What
would
about
be great.
Morrow? I don't-
Morrow?
Yeah.
I think Morrow will be great.
Well, Morrow's got other commitments outside.
Sure, that might be tough.
With JBL gone, and if they gave him a big enough contract, I'm sure he would.
I don't disagree, but he would have to get rid of those other commitments, so the contract would have to be big enough, I think.
A lot of times they'll still let him work him out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where they give other guys like they do Vic Joseph a chance.
Yeah.
Vic Joseph's not bad.
I like
He's better
him.
than Fuck Your Face Phillips.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say that. The other big takeaway here is, are they going to start – I hope it doesn't get lazy that because there's no rematches, right after every pay-per-view, we start gauntlets and beat-the-clock challenges and all that generic bullshit that led to contenderships in the past.
So how do you think they should do it? Just have like a true number one contendership?
No, do it like a fucking ranking system where every
Well, that's what I'm
damn
saying, right.
match matters. Okay, the throwaway match at 8:45 on Monday night between Tyler Breeze and R-Truth. It doesn't matter. Now matters in the standings. It matters in the rankings. It matters in people moving up. I played on a tennis team, and I'm not going to get into too much detail, but the way our lineup was decided when we played a match, it was by who was the top players, and they had to play to advance, and that was what we did in practice. Coach,
Check the tape. We have gone full circle, my friends. Full circle. Because I do recall me always saying about the top 10 ranking system where matches would be all night long, would be working that thing. And Adam's like, that's a stupid fucking idea.
I believe him saying that.
Yeah. And now he's just full circle, on board.
I mean, I don't doubt that. I said we've changed our tastes and stuff even on the podcast. I said that on this
I'm sorry.
episode.
You're right. You said
earlier.
that. Sorry.
What about
Sorry.
remember that thing
I
a
did.
while ago?
No. I want to say check the tape on Rob, though. Rob called for this a long time ago. He called for them to just come right out and do all this
I did.
and make these changes. And he called for the action of hashtag boycott Raw. Now, his way was a little different. He said, fans, tell Vince just with Roman and bring out these newspapers. and
Nobody-
hold them in front of your
that
faces.
Nobody did,
but
but us.
because it didn't gain any traction.
Right.
But if that's basically what Rob's idea was, and that was 2016. It woke Vince up. We backed you then. I still like the idea that the senile old coot goes away, but Brian, do you think there's a chance that this leads to a McMahon in every corner type of match again?
No, and I'm angry at you
Mania?
because I forgot my fucking point that I was going to say before. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, it's all right. No, this guy.
Oh,
Yeah, drink your water, fucking guppy.
Guppy.
Oh, this is your
Because of
time.
water. No,
I don't want to take away your airtime here,
you're
Brian.
good. You're good.
You want to read anything on the board? Because that's all you've been doing.
Well, they're
Is there
talking
anything
about.
good there you want to acknowledge?
Yeah, thanks for throwing it to me and not just rambling. They were just talking about like just
You even got a sound effect.
other different commentators that could potentially fill Michael Cole's spot, and one of them, Jeff Jones, said
Michael Cole's hole.
Joey Styles.
Hey,
Bring back Joey Styles, right?
Joey Styles.
I miss him. He's great. He's
yeah.
one of my favorites.
I love him, but his reputation is shot for WWE purposes.
DP said Steve Corino. I like Steve Corino. He used to do old Ring of Honor back in like early 2000s.
Nigel,
and
put
mid
Nigel
2000s.
on Raw.
I don't.
Remember
I don't
Alfred
like it.
Hayes?
I don't like it.
Like,
I like Nigel, but I like him on NXT.
You
He
know
doesn't
what?
belong on Raw.
I'm sitting here thinking fucking Bruce Pritchard and Conrad.
oh, they would never do that.
What's Mark Madden doing? Get some
Who?
old WCW Nitro.
Oh, I thought you were talking like fucking Madden. You didn't dig up Madden.
Johnny Ace
Fucking
people
John
power
John
mentions.
Madden. John Madden didn't die.
You see the way he
Is
runs?
John Madden dead?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Long.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, most definitely.
not long. Not
yeah,
long.
it's
Not
been a-
long.
Like 5-6 years.
At least.
That's not long.
At least.
That's not long.
It's long. Well, it's not that long if your
it
name's
did
Brett
just
Favre.
happen.
You know.
No, but he had an iPhone. That's not long.
You know this is a wrestling podcast.
Oh,
right?
I'm just saying.
Nobody can do a suicide dive like Brett Favre.
Yeah. Pow.
All right. So before we close this extra big ass topic down, next week we have the Miracle on 34th Street fight match between Elias and Bobby. Hopefully that's the blow off.
That sounds very not like New Direction WWE.
Well, that's why I'm saying I think that they have to finish. They
fucking DP. Madden is still alive. Fuck you guys.
okay.
Go on.
They have to finish the
And what?
storylines, Brian. They have to give time for what they said tonight to maturate into them making a decision to go forward. And giving them a week, promoting next week as a blow-off to Ziggler, Finn, and Drew. That's the blow-off next week. We got Ronda and Natty. There's a blow-off. We got Elias and Bobby in a street fight. That can be a blow-off. We got Seth and Baron. That's a new feud starting. And we have contendership. They didn't reveal when, but Revival are now the number one contenders. We'll get to that part. But I'm talking about them plugging away. This is starting to be a new direction.
No, tonight felt new. Yeah, I do believe. I had a feeling that tonight felt different.
It just felt different.
It felt different.
2,
Number 2, I want to go right into it, kind of continuing this point.
Number 2, I want to go right into you.
Number 2 is new faces. So we talked about Sammy and KO. That's not new, being return promos. And then we saw Ducky, Heavy Machinery,
Strikes and weights.
Lacey Evans, Nikki Cross, Lars Sullivan, and the most uncomfortable EC3 promo I have ever seen. All
That was
debuting on the main roster.
Brian felt that was like kind of rapey.
No, not rapey.
No?
It wasn't promoting, like, watching that, I have no idea what what EC3 is.
I just don't think he's going to be the top 1% gimmick, so that's why.
I mean, you already have so many guys that already kind of, you have Miz, obviously.
He was driving a Lincoln, for Christ's sake.
He was in a Lincoln. He was in just like a kind of nice, like, one-bedroom apartment. He had like those like shitty little blinds that just come on like the generic. I mean, it wasn't very. He's supposed to be this guy that has all this money, like drives a great car.
I think you're fucking talking down to a lot of people here, real quick. But to our audience, who fucking like lives paycheck to paycheck, like us, I mean, I thought that looked pretty fancy.
No, it looked nice. It looked nice.
I'm
But
just
what?
saying,
But what?
it wasn't like a Kia like fooled me.
No, but if you're just if you're just watching
Fuck
that,
you, Trump.
he just looked like he's just like a I don't know. He's just like some dude that just has some like nice like finance job and just got out of work and now he's just ready to cut loose and take his clothes off
Do
and
some
has
coke,
wrestle-
kill some strippers.
Yeah, do that.
Sloth
Wrestle some
love Trump.
matches.
Yeah.
All right, cool, Brian. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get his towel size?
That was a whole lot of something.
Yeah.
So, Lacey Evans and EC3 and Heavy Machinery are all ones on NXT that they just don't know what to do with, right?
Well,
I mean, really, they don't know. Lacey Evans, you're not going to really thrust her into the championship picture.
They pushed her a little bit.
Well, they did, but it never. She wasn't going to go there.
Heavy
There's
Machinery with the right booking can be exciting to watch.
Well, and they just got into Undisputed's face this past week, and I don't know if that was just setting up their blow off to go away. I'm wondering if these call-ups are like, get them now, give me somebody now. We want some new faces now, or if this is planned out for them to come up anyway.
I don't know. The thing that they said about new matches, new rivals, and people we've never seen before, maybe this is just their way of trying to deliver it, and they're basically going, like you said, these are the people that they don't know what to do with. They're saying, here's your chance, Lacey. Here's your chance, Tucky. You know, you want a shot on the main roster? I mean, Lars and Nikki, they've been sowing the seeds of, and I think Nikki's a home run.
Yeah.
But EC3 is bigger than NXT. Why leave him there? And Lars, we really don't have any monsters, true monsters, other than Braun on the main roster.
You think EC3 is bigger than NXT?
Yeah, I was going to call you out on that too. Thank you for beating me to the punch.
I think he's bigger than what NXT is doing. He's not. He would, like you said about these other.
I don't
people,
think he's big enough for
He doesn't really
NXT.
fit the mold for me.
No, that's what I'm saying. When you think about Pete Dunne and Ricochet and Adam Cole and all these other top guys that are down there now,
Yeah.
they're cleaning house. And if you can't hang EC3, Lars, I'm sorry, those guys aren't the level of Gargano and Ciampa and Black who can wrestle with all this new coming talent,
Yeah.
like Dunne and Ricochet and Cole making their moves. I think
I agree with that.
Yeah, so EC3 had to go, and maybe they pulled the trigger a little early, but
Definitely.
But that's why when I
Definitely.
say too big, I mean he just
He's
don't.
a powerhouse character surrounded by fucking strikers and strong style.
He wants to do
and-
fisting, and they want to do flipping.
Okay, sure.
I mean, that's what the video felt like, at least the video package.
Okay.
The video package showed nothing.
Whatever made you feel good about yourself as a man, you.
So who
He's
are we
still
most
talking
excited?
about fisting guys.
Brian, who are you most excited for on this list?
I told you, Nikki Cross. For me,
Obviously.
definitely her. I mean, she's already had glimpses of like being called up. They kind of called her up in the past, and she did awesome in all of her NXT. All the big spots in NXT, she's done great. So definitely
And
Nikki
the
Cross.
fans went fucking shit nuts for her
I'm
and Becky overseas.
I'm more excited about EC3 than anything.
Really?
But he's a great mouthpiece. He can talk some shit.
So can Bobby Roode.
Right, that's true. That's true. But I just feel like we need that young new shit talker. We need KO to come back and more people who can talk shit.
I think I'm really excited about Heavy Machinery because I think between them and the B team, we could have some fun stuff, like going back to like Al Snow and Head type things, like just weird antics in the tag matches that make some memorable segments that they try some stuff with. Don't ruin anybody's like careers like the Mama gimmick, but have some fun with it. And
Mama
again,
gimmick.
Fruity Pebble. Look
Shelton
at what
Benjamin.
Yeah,
What
look
the fuck happened to him?
he's over on the other show. He's like Zack Ryder.
Okay.
They've kind of forgotten on him. And by the way, speaking of Al Snow and Head, did you know you can go to collarandelbowbrand.com and save 10%?
You can tell me how.
Brian, did you know that?
You know what, Adam? I did because I'm actually wearing some fantastic sweatpants right now from
Wow.
Collar and Elbow Brand. Yeah, you can go there and use the code marked out. He's showing it up very
That's
slowly.
probably
on the
not showing up in the
podcast.
camera, yeah.
No,
Zoom.
I can't say that.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, marked out, all caps, all one word. and you save 10%.
And there's probably other specials right now for the holidays that you could add to it. Right?
Yeah, remember on Black
Potentially.
Friday, Kevin saved 30%.
Yeah.
And you can do that off clearance and other
Good
stuff.
for him for doing that, too.
Great
Yeah.
for Kevin.
I mean, he needed a new wardrobe.
He did.
I'm so happy for him.
Yep.
He's got to do something to keep that woman happy.
Yep.
Our next topic, let me hit the button, monkey.
3,
New contenders, Natty and Revival. Any chance either one of them takes the title?
Revival, yes.
No chance for Natty, right?
No.
No.
Like you said, I think this is maybe a little bit of a swan song. Just like all these people that just came in from NXT, she's the one on the main roster. They're
Ooh.
like, we don't know what to do with you.
Unless Becky shows up and fucks her over.
Becky.
Fucks Ronda over.
Ronda
You-
just
you-
fucked Becky over.
You made me lose. But that would mean Natty ends the undefeated streak and takes the title.
Who gives a fuck? Do you really care about Ronda Rousey's undefeated streak?
No, but WWE does. I can't believe that after 1 week they're going to let that go.
Have they?
They've been building it for a year. They're going to let it go.
I haven't heard. Oh, they did say that tonight, didn't they? I don't
Abso-fucking-lutely.
I do. I have literally no interest in her undefeated streak. I don't care.
They do. She's not going to lose
I get
till
it.
Mania.
Okay. Well,
And I
Have
hope
they-
to Becky Lynch because Becky Lynch is going to win the Rumble.
Have they said anything or alluded to combining Raw and SmackDown? Like we've heard rumors of them doing that.
I was
but-
wondering about the belts too.
With the extra stuff, I mean, if they were really to go and do it, they got to get really, really smart.
But,
And I
but I'm
don't-
saying on tonight's episode, I'm just asking you.
They
did
did
you
not.
see anything that
No.
I didn't see anything either?
I don't either. I
But
think
they did reference that all four of them are going to be working
Correct.
on both.
That's
so
why I brought it
Right.
up.
that you would imagine there would be some intertanglement there.
And
right?
they also said they don't know who's going to fill the GM role here, and they never mentioned or alluded to what Paige's fate could be.
That's true. So Bang Bus said Fox Sports said hell no, keep the brand split. But I want to say no, that's true. But the brand split. The Fox Sports one. That's not
they
happening
can keep
until
the brand
next
split.
year.
Yeah,
I
and
mean-
they can keep the brand split, but still kind of change the title situation, right?
Yeah, everybody that's upset about the brand split is just thinking the way they did it before. They got lucky with guys like Edge and Guerrero that were coming up on the scene at the time. Even RVD, if you want to throw him in there, Jeff Hardy, Christian, a lot of guys that were getting elevated back in that era when they first did the brand split that made the most of their opportunities. Kurt Angle, Jericho. And what happened is you created stars then. But the roster, we were all looking going, is it really talented enough? And then you flash forward 2 years, they had the roster split, and you're like, man, they need to merge this. There's not enough good people on the roster. There's a lot of dead weight. Here, there's so much talent, I think they have to keep it split. I just feel that way. And Rob, do like you always preach. Have them guys that aren't on TV every week. Sometimes it's going to happen. Stakes and Weights has to take a
Yeah.
break.
Oh no, you that's the formula for success. That's why NXT and fucking takeovers are so popular, is because of moderation.
Well, you're the WCW guy over me, but do you think the board was talking about this before we went on air? Do you think that there's any way they start doing 2 tapings and take a week off?
No.
Something like that. Like you
No.
remember how they used to do? They would do a live show and then a taping right behind it.
No.
And air it the following week.
No. Do I think there's a chance in the next 10 years that they could add an off season? Yes. Do I think there's a chance that what you just said is going to happen? No.
What if they do? I know they've done it a couple times before because of logistic things and holidays. But you know the whole Super SmackDown on live on Tuesday where they had both rosters. Do you think that they ever sell? And they did this because of live thing. Do you think they ever sell it as a hey, you can get Raw and SmackDown? We're going to show the SmackDown portion tomorrow night.
I'm confused by your question, Brian. Did you get that?
Do you mean Raw portion?
No, I'm saying like they put the shows together like one live ticket price, but they still air it live Monday and tape Tuesday.
Why would they give away that much revenue from ticket sales?
Play bigger arenas and try and draw bigger crowds.
They're already playing big. They're not going to sell out fucking football stadiums.
Oh, okay.
I mean, come on.
I'm asking.
Okay, no, you're wrong.
Okay, yeah. Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Okay.
Bang Bus wants to know how many days off for the off season though. So if they were to get an off season, how would that even work?
Give them okay, you rotate
A fucking month.
Yeah.
Give 'em a month.
Yeah, from Black Friday to New Year's. Period. The month of December, we show 1 week. Okay, we could show. It's a 3-hour special. You could show a true. What was the fucking award show we saw in Greenville?
The Mizzies. No, the
AVNs.
Smarkies.
not the Smarkies. Their fucking award show, Brian. What is that?
Jesus, why
Who?
can't I think of it?
WWE's award.
Slammies.
The
Slammies.
Yeah.
Okay, they could do a true Slammy show.
Yeah.
They could do a true video recap show.
A true recorded Slammy show.
Yeah,
Not a live.
And they could do like what they used to do in the past. One of those times they could show the taped Tribute to the Troops show,
Right.
which had no kayfabe. It was just mentions, and it was a feel-good piece. It's perfect for the holidays. There's 3 weeks right there. I got one more I got to fill, and boom, there's your month off.
Yeah, your last one could be like they do on a network with it's a whole like top 10 of the year kind of thing.
There you go.
A year in review show.
Countdown.
Yeah, countdowns.
There you go. There's your 4 weeks.
And in
every wrestler gets an off season.
Right. In that you can do interviews with the talent and all kinds of shit.
You come back the first Monday after New Year's Eve. You come back first Monday and you start qualifying for Rumble. Boom. There you go. We just solved it.
I just don't think that
Survivor Series ends the war, and also if you keep doing your brand versus brand, Survivor Series is a great blow-off for everything.
I don't think there needs to be an offseason. I mean, they have so many people on the roster where you could just rotate guys in and out and not have to. I mean, the show
True.
could just keep going on. And
I
you
mean,
could just
that's what
go to
I
different
did.
Stories.
I worked retail every year. I took New Year's off, and as a Jew, I worked Christmas Eve. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I wanted New Year's Eve off.
Well, yeah,
I'm getting hammered.
still do house shows and shit like that. I think programming could take a
They
break.
can do dark matches and all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. They could do like they used to do back with Gorilla and Heenan, where they would just show little matches from house shows.
Yeah, what was it? The prime time.
Yeah, some Monday night primetime, whatever. Yeah,
It was whatever the fuck.
it was before Raw. It was whatever that. Yeah.
It had a weird name.
So they could have fucking segments about WWE and troops and all the shit we talked about, and then go to and here's a match with Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali from this fucking arena on this day.
Or if you really want to, the first week before the Slammies, you could be like, we're going to show you all 5 matches that are the match of the year candidates for next week's Slammies. I mean, why not? I'd love to watch a show with the 5 candidates for a true best match of the year.
Right.
I don't know.
Anything
else on this? Yeah, this is supposed to be contenders. You know what that means? It's time for this.
4.
Oh.
Brian's favorite segment.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's too many gongs. He must have started it over.
There's way too many gongs.
Yeah.
Too much time to
We
breathe.
had a vision for change.
It's a long breath.
Made it a revolution.
I love how a guy that says like, "Oh, so much
It was
production,"
only supposed to be.
but he makes like I am asking for 10-second clips or less. He's making over a minute.
Did you guys know?
I only meant. By the way, I only meant to play this one time, just to fuck with you.
Yeah.
One time.
And now it's just become a thing.
Yeah.
That takes up, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Oh, so you spent all that production time on a one-time thing?
Yeah.
And you bitch all the time to me?
NXT Minute.
Can I? All right, do your thing. Do your thing.
I don't give a shit. What?
No, go on.
I'm not doing a minute.
60 seconds of Brian getting derailed.
Minute is
Daniel
so
Price,
antiquated.
It's no longer his segment.
I gave this up a long time
Yeah,
ago.
the minute is so antiquated. Look, NXT was great. We had the special opponent. What are you laughing at?
Daniel Price says, "Yeah, I know. The same guy that asked me for Volume 3 of the playlist."
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? So we had Tyler Breeze making a special appearance against Ricochet for an open challenge on the North American title. That was cool. Great match. Full Sail really gave him a big, what to do
Oh,
for coming
JD
back.
finally hung up.
Oh my God. Let's see. Hey, here's my takeaway from NXT on Wednesday. My takeaway is that Oney Lorcan is as boring as they fucking get.
Oh,
No. Let me finish.
Fuck
Let me finish. Let me finish, Brian. Let me finish. Can I finish? Can I finish? Oney Lorcan is as boring as they fucking come, but he is just fucking savage too.
You're welcome.
Like, he is Lance Storm. Motherfucker can so
Lance
go.
Storm.
He can so go in the ring. He's such a good wrestler, and he's actually very entertaining to watch in the ring.
The Lance Storm comparison works. You know it does.
That's my takeaway. Like, I was like, I really enjoyed his match, but I'm like, God, I wish he just had something.
Dude, slap a goddamn vampire gimmick on him, and then he's gold, right? He's just that close. He needs something.
Yeah.
Right?
He's right there. Goddamn brass ring, pal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's my takeaway from NXT. There you go.
All right. Stike says EC3 beat Bobby Fish. Mia Yim beat Reina Gonzalez.
Mia Yim, you asshole.
Whatever.
Mia Yim.
Ricochet beat Tyler Breeze, and Lorcan and Birch beat the Mighty. There's your recap.
Yeah, pretty much it.
That's it.
Hey, there was little stuff, but yeah.
There is some good stuff to talk about with this. Until it happens, for now, this is the only segment of Brian's that hasn't been canceled.
You've never had your own segment.
I have my
Yeah,
own
you did.
shows.
What?
Turn the fucking volume down.
Yeah, we can't cancel those.
No, remember he
I
had
had
the asshole asylum.
Asshole.
Oh, and that
Asylum.
got canceled.
Well, no, then I got my own show, so I didn't need my own segments anymore.
Yeah, but we
'cause
can't
this is
we can't
all
cancel
about me.
those. We can't cancel those. So like,
What do you mean
we're
those?
just like
those?
stuck with you.
He's like Medine level comebacks tonight.
Medine-
Don't even
yeah.
try.
How come you also have the fucking arm, the mic?
Does it intimidate
You just
you?
have the headphones.
Does it intimidate
Why do you have to be
you?
different? Why does he have to be different? And he's got to be sitting on a chair that's higher than you, Rob. What the fuck is
I'm
going
taller. I'm not higher.
on? No, this is like a power play.
He's definitely higher.
He wants to
than
have
me.
more equipment around his fucking face to seem more important.
All of this was set up by Rob, right? You check the tape, you'd see that this is the way Rob designed it. He didn't like my Y table.
No,
See,
No.
that was
you
horrible.
can't play it both
That was
sides.
the dumbest idea I've ever
See, now
heard.
I got Rob on my side.
Such a horrible
By
idea.
agreeing that I had a dumb idea, he's siding against you. You know this is your segment, right? We just said you might get it canceled,
Dirt sheets.
and this is what you're doing with it.
So Bray Wyatt, speaking of everything kind of changing and people going different places and different directions and stuff,
I forgot about Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt recently tweeted, he said, "I'm not a god." He said, "I never was. I'm sorry I said it. I was wrong. I know the true God now and all his power. I feel that I am forgiven for all of his wickedness I have caused. My soul is clean now. My mind is clear. I see what I did wrong. What was done to me, they took it all." And he kind of went off and he just added a bunch of other stuff, but kind of alluding to the fact that he's basically kind of going to go in a different character.
I mean, is he
change.
going like Mordecai?
It's good to block bad things out.
Or is he just?
We
I
don't
mean,
know.
is this a public release
Kind
PR
of.
piece, or is he actually going to come out and say, "No, I was wrong. I found God now. I want to repent," and this could be his character?
Well, he said a bunch of different stuff, but to finish it off, he said, "To all that have loved and supported us, we say thank you and ask you that you have faith in us. I was put on this earth to fix it, to change it, and I will not die until this is so. Goodbye, my brothers and sisters. The journey is far from over." So, and it kind of comes at a weird time because he just came back as Bray Wyatt at Starrcade.
Yeah, but that wasn't that dark. That wasn't part
Kinda.
of the. That wasn't part of the.
It was on a network.
Yeah, you can watch it.
That was the part. But I'm saying they had like a full thing and they only aired half of it. Was that one of the things they aired? That's what I mean by dark. Was that a dark segment, a dark match, or
No,
was
no,
Bray
that-
on
he,
the
he
network?
fucking came in front of the camera
He came in front of the camera.
and
Yeah,
had
it was-
segments.
I didn't ask about Xavier
It was not
Woods.
PG.
Brad Maddox.
Yeah.
What else you got?
So speaking of things shaking around, yeah.
I'm confused by
Why?
this. Was he saying he's leaving?
I was
No,
confused by
he's
it.
not going anywhere.
So
but
it's just a repackage.
it could be a repackage.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it says farewell, brothers and sisters. I mean, that was.
That was him tweeting it, and yeah.
I know, but I'm saying, didn't that sound like he's leaving?
Maybe.
No, he
Stike
made
says
it.
he's coming back as IRS Jr.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind
It's
it.
tax season soon.
TurboTax. He should just come back as
That would-
TurboTax.
Fuck those guys.
Even if a short-term thing, that would be fucking awesome just for him to do a little IRS Jr. around tax time.
That'd be good.
This isn't really a dirt sheet, but it's worth noting. Zack Ryder tweeted
Oh,
because
no, this
of
is
all the
fun.
people that have like second chances and opportunities. He just retweeted what WWE tweeted, just a graphic of Mr. McMahon returns to shake things up on Raw, and he retweeted that with the caption saying, "Maybe I'll finally have a match on #Raw this year," with the fingers crossed emoji. I just thought that was funny.
Ooh, Erwin R. Wyatt, tax and soul collector. part-time eater of worlds and audit.
That's clever.
That's from Daniel Price.
Yeah, I figured.
Hey, DP, just for that one, you get this.
This is Roderick Strong, and I approve this message.
And Brian, you get this.
Bang, bang.
One of Rob's favorites was granted his release a couple days ago. This is NXT star Nick Miller from TM61, also known as the Mighty Don't Kneel, also known as the
They
Mighty.
were on NXT this week.
Yeah.
So he recently had a baby, and basically he's going back. He wants, he's an Australian fella, and he wants to go back and be there with his family.
Okay. So he couldn't bring his family here. Instead, he left to go make less money.
Well, I mean, there's personal reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not hating on the guy. Whatever's good for him. I mean, it's family. You got to do what you got to do.
Maybe it's
But
a
so the-
budget.
I want to know what's
going to
happen.
What's mighty is no more.
Well, what's going to happen with Shane Thorne?
Maybe
I mean, he's
join-
sticking around.
Maybe he joins the Forgotten Sons.
Maybe he joins. Who's the guy? Who's the Ely brother that's still there?
Bang Bus says maybe NXT UK or 205 for Shane Thorne. But he also wrote Shane Throne, so who knows?
Stevie's on the board. Oh yeah, sorry. Did I beat him? Oh, I beat him in fantasy this week. Sweet.
Oh.
I mean, okay, so
That
Mighty's
must be
gone.
the semifinals.
Wait. Just real quick. Mighty's
gone, and
and
heavy Machinery are gone.
gone.
What about Street Profits? Are kind of doing
They're doing an Evolve thing, right?
Undisputed kind of did the Evolve thing now, too.
War Raiders are on the shelf.
Why would happen?
Dude got hurt in the fucking in the cell in the War Games. Fucked up pretty good.
I didn't realize
So now you got Undisputed with the title, and then who's the tag team we're looking for now? Nothing. You guys got nothing. I'm talking to you guys.
You're looking at me.
Both of you. I'm just saying. I'm walking it down. Am I missing
okay,
something?
right off the top of my goddamn head, Oni
Yeah.
Lorcan and goddamn Danny Burch.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Undisputed Era is still the cock of the walk.
Yeah, of course.
They could bring back Mustache Mountain
No,
as a one-off
they're
just to
doing the
fill
UK.
some
They're
time.
doing UK. So I guess maybe Street Profits is the only thing. I can't think of another tag team.
Tino Sabatelli, Shane Thorne. I mean,
No, they're done.
Guys,
Riddick
guys,
Moss. Come on.
maybe there's a trickle effect that goes downhill. If they're redoing everything, maybe NXT is getting a great tag team. One of the ones that Brian is a big fan of.
Brian, for the love of God, will you just let me and my brother eat lunch?
Good Lord, man.
oh, Bucks to NXT.
Yeah, I mean,
I will slap you.
I don't think so.
if they gave them the creative control that they desire in that medium, I mean,
I feel like the Bucks would be welcome
Bucks and
to
Cody versus Undisputed.
I feel like Bucks would be welcome to a "You Sold Out" chant.
What do you mean?
I'm saying if they showed up to NXT,
At Full Sail?
yeah,
Brother.
no.
Brother. They're
At
not gonna
Full
go to-
Sail,
they're not gonna
they
go
would
to NXT.
At Full Sail, they would have women just lining up to.
why are you rubbing your face
And now-
nonstop?
and now Daniel
I can't
Price-
even talk
I
to you.
haven't.
and now
Something in my eye.
Daniel Price on the board is saying that maybe Undisputed Era gets a super kick party. Listen, they're not going to fucking NXT right now. Okay, they're starting their own thing.
And he knows that because they're in his basement.
Yeah, I have them tied
For
up
the
in my
love
trunk.
of God, Brian, will you let us out of your basement?
Why do you think I was late? Okay, they're in my goddamn trunk. But, yeah, War Raiders, you saying the guy's hurt?
Yeah,
He's hurt.
Yeah, dude,
Can you confirm that, fucking
yes,
Meltzer?
it's fucking confirmed. He fucking fucked himself up.
He says Ono and Riddle as a team, or Keith Lee and Matt Riddle get reformed as a team, according to Bang Bus. Was Riddle and Keith Lee a
Yeah,
team
they
at one
were
time?
a thing.
Yeah, and they also had some great matches, too, on the Indies before they were both signed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Street Profits versus Undisputed Era take over Phoenix. That's what Stike
Well, they
says.
did. I mean, they did like a year program on the house show circuit, but I thought that I mean, it already passed. So
Yeah, Brian, DP says you can let them go. You don't need to hold them hostage anymore. The Hot Topic money's not coming.
That's true.
Ooh.
Hey, Adam,
Yes.
did you hear that John Cena's coming back?
Dun, 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 dun. I heard that there's a rumor he might fucking be main eventing WrestleMania.
Well, John Cena's coming back, but not really, because he's just going to be wrestling on house shows, apparently.
I can't remember who,
According to him, he's not going to be wrestling on Raw or SmackDown. He's just going to be strictly just going back to house shows.
who did I read that he
Really?
was going to fight at Mania. I can't remember now. It was terrible. It was a bad idea.
He said, I
Adversity.
was given the choice of taking the month off to catch my breath and live what I would like to call a normal life. And then on December 26th, I return to Madison Square Garden and do a nice live event run with WWE right up through the middle of January. And he said, none of these are televised. I'm literally just doing it because I want to get back to a place I feel most comfortable and to work with the people I can call my family. I want to have some fun. So do you really think he's just coming back just to do house shows?
I want to have
like,
some
do you think
fun.
this is true? I can't see a guy like that just doing this just because he enjoys it. I mean, he's been doing it for so long. Like, it just becomes a job.
Yeah,
at some
maybe
point,
he's just
don't you think?
heartbroken, though. Maybe he's, like, still not over Nikki.
I mean, here's the other thing.
I'm going to beat myself up.
Not just
make myself bleed.
I'll piggyback off Rob, but also think about this. How many kids does he have?
Nada.
Does he have siblings? I think one.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
But
it's probably relevant to your point. Go ahead.
But I mean, like, he doesn't really have like anybody that like he could go home to. He's used to life on the road. He's used to doing all this with his schedule.
That's a good point.
And now he's sitting at home going insane, going, I know you don't have anything for my character on TV. Can I do the house show rotation? I'll bolster some house show tickets for sales for you. Just pay me my old house show rate. I'm not doing it for the money.
If it's true, that's great. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him at a house show. I mean, house shows that's where you let the guys let they can do whatever
they
do whatever
they want to do. Yeah.
Why do you think so many guys stay around too long? It's because this is the life they know. They don't know how to be home.
Hurt Locker, man.
Yeah.
Maybe they can make that movie, Hurt Locker 2, John Cena.
Oh, I'm watching it.
Electric Boogaloo.
Judgment Day.
I'm gonna put that right next to Cock Blockers on my
Cock Blockers.
or just Blockers.
Do you have anything else, Brian? I forgot this was your segment.
Bang, bang.
Over the weekend, I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but PCO and Brody King, they debuted at the Ring of Honor TV tapings, and they debuted with Marty Scurll as in his new stable because now he's no longer part of Bullet Club. That's kind of gone. Now he's got his own thing
that's
called
why I'm rubbing my face.
Villain Enterprises.
Yeah.
And you don't care because you don't watch the indies. You
Nope.
just watch fucking video games on your phone still. 2 years later.
You are the one who takes shits and delays
No,
the
that
start
is
of every
you,
show.
sir. Go back, check
Now
the fucking tape.
you talk
check
about
all the
me
goddamn
bringing
chats.
a tablet, which I
Check
haven't had
all-
on the air.
I said nothing
This is your
of a tablet.
segment that is
I said
clearly
nothing of a
derailed
tablet.
what was a good show.
I
and
said
you're now
nothing of a
deflecting
tablet.
that blame onto me.
No. It's only because
because-
Adam has no idea who these people are, so he doesn't give a fuck.
Coming
Adam-
soon to the cut list will
get
be Mud Report.
If I talked about like Deadpool, or if I talked about
Yeah,
some
you wanna talk
fucking-
about
you want-
Deadpool?
oh, Adam, did you
I'll
get the new
listen.
GameCube fucking remote? Oh, it's great. Yeah, it
I don't
feels
have a
fucking. It's
GameCube.
made out of dolphin skin. Oh,
You're-
it's cool.
His wit is not quick enough. He went GameCube, which is like 20 years old.
Oh
and
my
they
God.
didn't have remotes.
What
they
are
had
you two
controllers.
doing right now?
Oh, shut up, Rob.
Oh no, Bang Bus.
I don't know what we're yelling about.
Do you want to read that one that Bang Bus read?
Noises.
WWE wanting Dalton is hilarious. Tyler Breeze is the bootleg version, and they don't use him right.
What do you think? What do you think about that, Adam?
Dalton Castle, of course, is who he's talking about.
And
He's awesome. WWE wants him.
yeah,
But they won't use him, just like Tyler Breeze. I agree with Bankbus. I mean, he's very astute. I don't need to make a better point.
yeah.
And I don't need to go, while my brain tries to think of a good
So he
comeback.
literally just took those two comments.
Yeah,
on the board
because he knows
created a
nothing.
whole thought
yeah,
out of that
exactly.
whole
Yeah,
thing.
he sounds like fucking
Because
someone
I'm
else.
the smartest guy in the room.
Very
While over
tan.
there, the comeback king is going, nothing's happening in my brain to come back with. So
No,
I'm gonna
I
go,
don't need to say
a
anything because
second
you
time.
sound like a jackass. You just by yourself.
You two
I
sound
let, I let it play out, man. I let it play out. You're the one that sounds like a goddamn fourth grader.
What?
Okay. What are we doing?
I think it's still Brian's segment. You got any more dirt?
No, I'm good. It's nothing
sure?
that you don't know about. So I mean, like,
Brian, do you have any more dirt sheets? I'm
no,
curious.
no. We and the audience can only know what Adam knows. If he doesn't know about it, then we shouldn't talk about it.
Oh, that's
I
right.
never
that is
suggested that.
That is a good.
Yeah.
good
So he's
point.
putting shackles
it's just,
on us.
It's just like Raw, like fast forward
Exactly.
to the women's matches.
Exactly.
I want to watch him.
Yeah, no.
Fast forward to the women's
That's
matches.
what you came up with while you were silent for
He's
like 30
basically
seconds?
Baron Corbin. You were Baron Corbin
Okay.
of
Finish
of,
the show.
You're Baron Corbin of Marked Out.
Finish the show. I'll just wear the headphones so I can listen for your cues.
okay.
Take over, buddy.
No, it's okay, Lone Wolf. Go on.
All right. Where's your notes over there? You take a lot of notes this week?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
For my segment.
All right.
Is that what you think? That's exactly. It doesn't matter what you think.
Stike, Bandito. He doesn't know who he is. He's not on 205 Live.
Dude,
so
he's
don't
the
worry
first
about it.
Mexican superstar that signed a full contract with Ring of Honor. What do you mean? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Great point.
Am I wrong? Is he not the first full-time contract with Ring of Honor? Not part-time. He's the first to sign a full-time one.
It's a great point. Where'd you get your source?
My source is the dirt sheets because I don't have a reliable co-host, so sometimes I have to do my own research.
Gotcha.
And learn about guys like Dalton Castle and Bandito.
PCO. There's a lot of cats in the studio.
I think it's about time we close it down. Anyway. Do your final thoughts. Get them ready on the board. Laughing Gas has taken over for Rob.
Ooh, man.
His next appearance will be brought to you
I wish I could be that meme of Michael Jackson eating the popcorn you always see in the comment section.
Oh, I figured you wanted to be the Michael Jordan crying.
Great comeback.
Good one, Adam.
Mark Hawkins, you forgot to talk about him. Brian, do you know who he is?
That's Kurt's cousin.
No relation. No relation.
Go away, Peyton.
Final thought, Rhodey.
Oh, man, really? After all that, I got to go final thought?
Yeah, you were going to you first.
Woo, okay.
Brian's wheels spun as best they could there. I got to give him a break.
Let me shake all that shit off. Brian had like 12 more stories he didn't want to talk about.
I gave him the opportunity. I would have talked about him.
You know what? I'm gonna go. Okay, this is it. This is the last time. I'm gonna go half full. I'm gonna give it a shot. I am going to say, okay, Vinny. All right,
you're falling for it.
I'm gonna fall for it. I am. So they better not break my heart.
Like Brian on the scales next Monday.
Ooh.
Not you, man. What about you?
Adam, he's done nothing.
I just had a baby. I have literally done nothing.
He just had a baby, and one of his friends from out of town came in, and all they've done is like eat Cheetos and play video games for like 5 days straight.
Taco Bell and play video games
3 times a day. Taco Bell and fucking play video games all day.
What?
What do you get?
He got double deckers because apparently, for those people at home that want something trivial to learn about, Taco Bells in Kuwait do not serve double deckers.
Why?
I don't know.
I did not need to know that information.
Well, now you know it. Final thoughts on the board. Raw was decent. I just want to see how they do when 2019 gets here, Stike says. Final thought, if Vince beats us again, we're moving into the battered spouse shelter. That's from Daniel Price. This would be a fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me situation, Rob. If you, to echo off your final thought, if you did get fooled, shame on you.
If they pull some wool over my eyes this time, and it ends up being the same fucking shit we got going on, if nothing really changes, if there's not a complete reboot to the Raw brand, because I was already on the way to this, what I'm about to say in a minute. I was already on my way there. But if they just fucking with us, nah, man, I'll come in here and I will like hang out with y'all and I will do what we do, boys' night, whatever. I'll still do the podcast and talk shit, but I will not watch it. I won't watch it.
I mean, so you basically, Brian, final thought.
Oh, what was that?
I don't know what that was.
That was weird.
Horrible toss.
My final thought goes to the
so
new.
Basically, you're gonna be like Brian, and then I tossed it to him.
Yeah.
Adam interrupting. The new operations manager for the Ring of Honor dojo, Danny Cage. Danny Cage, he was the owner and head trainer of the Monster,
right?
of the Monster. No, of the Monster Factory. No, never mind.
Sorry, no, please,
no,
come on.
Good. It's good.
No, I want to hear it,
it's
but that
good.
was funny.
No, this is Adam's show. I want Adam to have it all. Go for it, Adam.
No, please,
Go
tell
for
me.
it, Adam.
I want to hear this.
No, it's good. It's all right. It's all right.
Come on, Brian.
I'll save it for tomorrow.
The board's going to cover his other dirt sheets. Did you see the report about Vince wanting to bring up Adam Cole without Undisputed in tow?
Nope.
Ooh. That'd be a mistake.
Yeah. I agree. It was like Nikki Cross not being up there.
You need him to be the leader of a faction because he's so fucking tiny, right? He's got to look big. Got to be a big personality over other people to get that. Yeah.
I always think it's funny whenever they do those promos with them. He's on like the step ladder in the back, so they can be taller than the rest of the group.
You check the door. Yeah, check the door.
Is anybody here? No.
Hey, Brian, is there any news from Ring of Honor right now?
No. Adam knows it all.
The NJPW is going to.
Hey, Rob, did you know that? Are you going to watch SmackDown tomorrow?
And Cody is gone.
Eventually.
Yeah.
The Bucks are gone. Lots of people left the Hangman.
You didn't even know who Hangman was. You had to ask me
Hangman Adam
Hey, Brian,
Page.
who's Adam Page? That's fucking Hangman, Adam. Oh, okay, cool. Now I'm going to pretend like I know who the fuck he is. I'm calling you out, motherfucker.
I don't
You don't know shit.
You're the one who sounds like just random. I just started talking about
Oh,
him.
now I have a good comeback, and now you're backing down.
You're trying to take the credit
right.
for it, right as I said it. I mean, and then you're just getting completely unintelligible with the rest of the stuff you're spouting. There's a lot of people. It's the other thing that you were talking about, Rob, that you were trying to get Brian to talk about.
Yeah.
Is that with all these people exodus from Ring of Honor, now what are they going to do come Mania weekend with the booking at MSG without names like Cody Rhodes and the Bucks and Kenny? Where are they going to go?
I am not a good enough person to talk about this with because I don't know. I don't watch the product enough to even have an idea of what's going on.
But they've taken a very big weekend, and Cody's comments against it were that people are going to come out to see WWE superstars and see us in the process. I don't agree with Cody's stance on the whole thing.
What I do know is nobody's fucking over Ring of Honor, right? I think Ring of Honor has a good enough relationship with the talent, Brian, that they won't fuck them over. If they're the show, they'll get bookings.
They're where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay.
They're sort of a feeder, not officially.
Ring of Honor signed indie star Mike Hunt. Well, Mike Hunt.
You're an idiot.
You don't think I don't know?
I actually
I've been watching
don't think that you know that.
I've never heard Mike Hunt before.
Right.
Adam probably believes that.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I know him. Yeah, he wrestled in fucking Mexico. Blue.
Why can't we all just get along?
I don't have any final thoughts. I'm kind of echoing Rob's point. We'll see. I'm not as optimistic as him. I'll see what happens next week. Next week is already booked, and it's not that great on paper. Maybe it is a send-off to get rid of the other shit, because right now this is somebody who's making a promise, and their actions have not dictated that they truly are going to fulfill this promise. Rob, you and I work together. How many times did I say, no, next week I'm going to start being on time to work, and I was late every damn day?
That's still probably to now, yeah.
Right. So, again, my actions, no matter what I say, are the ones that dictate. I'm still late to work. It's just what it is. It doesn't matter what time I get up. Doesn't matter what time I leave the house.
He's always late because in the morning he reads up on his Mexican indie stars.
Oh, right. Yeah. Dude, Bandito kills it. I watch actually the videos. I don't read up on them. Reading's not what I do.
He can't read.
Good job,
right. Thank you for. I was trying not to
like
reveal
to
that,
read.
Brian. Did you have a final thought, or do you want to continue to pout?
No, I'm good. It's all out there, man. Yeah.
It's all out there. What the fuck does that mean?
I said what I had to say. That's all.
You said what you had to say.
Yeah. Hey, guys, tune in tomorrow for Adam talking over a couple guys.
Mark out like no one's watching.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.